What if I told you that a single handful of an everyday food, something you can buy in any grocery store for just a few dollars, could start shrinking your enlarged prostate in less than 24 hours? No risky pills, no painful surgery, no gimmicks, just a natural, science-backed solution that's been hiding in plain sight for decades. I'm Dr. Edward Blake, and for over 30 years, I've helped men take back their health, their comfort, and the confidence they thought they'd lost forever. I've seen the toll that prostate problems take not just on your body, but on your life. The endless nights broken by bathroom trips, the weak stream that leaves you standing there frustrated, the quiet worry that maybe this is just how aging has to be. But here's the truth most men never hear. Your prostate is not destined to get worse with age, and there are natural, powerful ways to fight back. Today, I'm going to reveal 5 of the most effective nuts for shrinking your prostate and restoring your freedom. Each one backed by real medical science, each one simple to add to your daily routine. And as we go through them, I'll share the exact method I recommend to my patients, so you can see results faster than you thought possible. Because the sooner you start, the sooner you sleep through the night again. Let's start with a tiny powerhouse that's changed more lives in my clinic than some prescription drugs: pumpkin seeds. Now, don't underestimate them just because they're small. These little green kernels are loaded with one of the most important minerals your prostate will ever need: zinc. Your prostate stores more zinc per gram than almost any other organ in your body. And when zinc levels drop, which happens naturally as we get older, inflammation starts to creep in. Tissue begins to swell, and the uncomfortable symptoms follow. Multiple studies have linked low zinc directly to BPH, benign prostatic hyperplasia, the very condition behind those endless bathroom trips, the slow, weak stream, and that frustrating feeling of never quite emptying your bladder. But here's where pumpkin seeds rise above any supplement on a shelf. They don't just give you zinc. They also contain beta-sitosterol, a plant compound that acts like a hormonal brake pedal, slowing the conversion of testosterone into DHT. And DHT is the turbocharger that makes your prostate grow faster than it should. By easing DHT levels and fighting inflammation at the same time, pumpkin seeds help your gland return toward a healthier size, which means fewer urgent bathroom runs and better, uninterrupted sleep. And I've seen this happen shockingly fast. One of my patients, a retired firefighter, went from waking up 6 times a night to only twice in just 3 days after adding a daily handful of raw, unsalted pumpkin seeds. By week 2, he slept straight through the night for the first time in years. If you want these results, go for raw, unsalted seeds about 1 to 2 ounces a day. Chew them well, and for an extra boost, soak them in water overnight so your body absorbs the nutrients faster. It's a small habit with a big payoff, and once you feel the difference, you'll wonder why no one told you sooner. But while pumpkin seeds target the swelling and hormonal triggers head-on, the next nut works on a completely different level, protecting your prostate from deep, cellular damage that most men don't even realize is happening until it's too late. If pumpkin seeds are the warriors fighting your inflammation on the front lines, Brazil nuts are the silent bodyguards working deep inside your cells. They look simple, but they're loaded with selenium, the most concentrated natural source you can find anywhere. Just 1 or 2 Brazil nuts a day can meet, and even exceed, your body's daily selenium needs. And that's a game changer, because selenium isn't just a mineral, it's a cellular shield. It hunts down and neutralizes the free radicals that damage your DNA, accelerate aging, and leave your prostate vulnerable to disease. Low selenium levels have been linked in multiple studies to a higher risk of prostate cancer, a risk most men never even think about until it's too late. But the good news is, you don't need a bottle of pills to protect yourself. Nature already wrapped the perfect dose inside this smooth, buttery nut. One of my patients, George, 72 years old, had been riding what he called the prostate roller coaster for years. Good weeks, bad weeks, symptoms flaring up, then calming down, then coming back again. When I checked his diet, it was clear he was missing this critical mineral. I told him 2 Brazil nuts with breakfast every day. That's it. 3 months later, his PSA scores dipped slightly, his pelvic discomfort eased, and his nights were quieter than they'd been in years. But here's the key: more is not better. Too much selenium can cause toxicity, so stick to 1 or 2 a day, no more. Choose raw or dry roasted from a trusted source. Store them in an airtight container in the fridge, and you'll keep their oils fresh and potent. Think of Brazil nuts as long-term insurance for your prostate, a tiny daily investment that pays off in security and peace of mind for years to come. And when you combine that deep, cellular protection with better blood flow and reduced inflammation, the results go beyond urinary comfort. They can ripple out into your energy, your mood, and even your confidence as a man, which is exactly why the next nut on our list is so exciting, because it doesn't just protect, it actively improves circulation to your prostate and everything connected to it. If Brazil nuts are the bodyguards, walnuts are the engineers rebuilding the pathways that carry life-giving blood to your prostate and beyond. These familiar, brain-shaped nuts are one of the richest plant sources of omega-3 fatty acids, specifically ALA, and that makes them a game changer for men who want both relief and performance. Omega-3s are natural inflammation killers. They cool down the silent fire inside your prostate, easing pressure and irritation so your bladder can do its job without interruption. But they don't stop there. They also improve endothelial function, the health of the lining inside your blood vessels. So blood flows freely, not just to your heart and brain, but to your pelvis and sexual organs as well. And that's why I call walnuts a 2-for-1 upgrade, because when circulation improves, you're not just protecting your prostate, you're also boosting mental sharpness, energy, and yes, your bedroom confidence. I had a patient named Frank, a retired mechanic with hands like steel, but a body that felt older than his years. He was tired of weak flow, waking up at night, and a creeping fog in his mind. I put him on a simple routine, a small handful of raw walnuts every afternoon. Within weeks, he told me he was sleeping better, thinking clearer, and even noticed his wife giving him a certain look she hadn't given in a while. For best results, eat about 1 ounce a day raw or lightly toasted and store them in the fridge to protect those delicate oils. Pair them with something high in vitamin C, like berries or bell peppers, to help your body absorb their antioxidants more effectively. Walnuts are proof that one simple snack can work on multiple systems at once, cooling inflammation, powering circulation, and sharpening your mind, all while giving your prostate the oxygen and nutrients it needs to function at its best. And while walnuts build you up from the inside out, the next nut brings something even more personal to the table, a natural dose of antioxidants that shield your prostate and help balance hormones, just like my grandfather taught me decades ago. If walnuts strengthen your circulation like an expert mechanic, almonds work like a personal shield, guarding your prostate cells from the kind of oxidative stress that silently ages them before their time. They're rich in vitamin E, one of the most powerful fat-soluble antioxidants your body can get from food. And that makes them more than just a healthy snack. It makes them a daily defense system. Oxidative stress is like rust on metal, slow, silent, but relentless. Over the years, it weakens prostate tissue, fuels inflammation, and leaves you more vulnerable to flare-ups and even infection. Vitamin E in almonds acts like a rust-proof coating, keeping your cells strong, resilient, and able to function the way they should. But almonds don't stop there. They also bring magnesium, a mineral that helps relax the smooth muscles in your bladder and urinary tract. That means fewer urgent bathroom trips, a stronger stream, and that satisfying finished feeling after you go. One of my patients, Daniel, 64, was doing many things right, walking daily, staying hydrated, keeping his weight in check, but still woke up multiple times a night. We added 10 raw almonds to his morning routine, soaked overnight and peeled just like my grandfather used to prepare them. Within 3 weeks, he was down to waking up once a night. His stream felt stronger, and he told me he had more patience and focus during the day. When your body feels at ease, your mind follows. For best results, go for raw or dry roasted, unsalted almonds about 1 ounce a day, roughly 23 nuts. Keep them in a cool, dry place, and if you soak them overnight, refrigerate them to preserve freshness. Almonds are proof that something simple and familiar can quietly transform how you feel day and night. And while they defend your prostate with antioxidants and muscle-relaxing minerals, the final nut on our list doubles down on hormone balance and antioxidant power, all wrapped in a rich, satisfying flavor that makes sticking to the habit effortless. If almonds are the quiet protectors, pecans are the master negotiators, balancing your hormones and calming your prostate from the inside out. Most men only think of pecans when they see a holiday pie. But these rich, buttery nuts are one of nature's best sources of beta-sitosterol, the same plant compound in pumpkin seeds that helps block the conversion of testosterone into DHT, the hormone that fuels prostate growth. Lowering excess DHT is like taking your foot off the accelerator in a car that's already going too fast. It slows the enlargement process and relieves the pressure your prostate puts on your bladder and urethra. The result: fewer urgent trips, a stronger stream, and more uninterrupted sleep. But pecans don't just help with hormone balance. They're also loaded with antioxidants, more than most fruits and vegetables, protecting the delicate tissues of your prostate from the oxidative stress that ages them prematurely. And because they're high in healthy monounsaturated fats, they also support your cardiovascular system, which means better blood flow to the pelvic region and faster healing. Robert, a 70-year-old retired school principal, used to wake up 3 to 4 times a night. I had him swap his evening crackers and cheese for a small handful of raw pecans. Within weeks, he was waking up only once, his digestion improved, and he told me, "I didn't realize how much discomfort I'd accepted as normal until it was gone." Stick to about 1 ounce a day, that's 18 to 20 halves raw, or lightly roasted without added sugar or salt. Store them in the fridge to keep their oils fresh, and you can toss them into oatmeal, salads, or simply enjoy them on their own. Pecans are a perfect way to end our list because they combine the best of what we've talked about: hormone control, antioxidant protection, and heart-healthy fats, all in one satisfying snack. And when you bring all 5 of these nuts together in your weekly routine, you create a natural or science-backed strategy for shrinking your prostate, improving your flow, and sleeping through the night again. We've just walked through 5 natural, science-backed foods that can help protect your prostate, reduce uncomfortable symptoms, and even shrink it over time. But knowing them is only the first step. The real change happens when you start using them consistently. I want you to think of this not as a diet overhaul or a temporary health kick, but as a gift you give your body every single day. Small, simple, sustainable steps are what transform your health in the long run. My advice is to start with 1 or 2 of these nuts. Maybe pumpkin seeds in the morning for their zinc and hormone balancing benefits, and Brazil nuts with breakfast for that deep cellular protection. Once those become second nature, add walnuts for circulation, almonds for antioxidant defense, and pecans for hormone balance and antioxidant power. The goal is not to do everything at once, but to build habits you can keep for years. Be mindful of portion sizes. More is not better here. It's about giving your prostate what it needs without overloading your system. And always choose fresh, high-quality, unsalted nuts. Store them properly so their oils stay potent and their nutrients stay intact. Remember, you have far more control over your prostate health than you may realize. Too many men believe that discomfort, weak flow, and sleepless nights are just part of getting older. I'm here to tell you they don't have to be. Your body is capable of healing and functioning better when you give it the right tools, and it's never too late to start. I also want you to know that I share this because I genuinely care about helping men protect their health, avoid unnecessary medications and surgeries, and enjoy their lives without constant interruptions from the bathroom. I've seen these strategies work for my patients, and I believe they can work for you too. If you found this helpful, please save this video so you can come back to it whenever you need a refresher. Share it with a friend, brother, or father who might be struggling with the same issues, you could make a bigger difference than you realize. And if you haven't yet, subscribe to this channel and turn on notifications. Every week, I post new, science-backed advice on prostate health, men's wellness, and practical steps you can take right now to protect your future. Your health is worth the time, the care, and the attention. Let's keep learning, improving, and protecting it together.